Hey, Endless Honeymoon Podcast listeners, if you love this show, the best way to support us is to buy some merch.
We have a coffee mug, we have an amazing beach towel, and we have some very cute short shorts in many sizes.
That's right. So if you want to get yours now and make your butt look like Natasha's butt, go to endlesshoneymoonpod.com/shop.
Welcome to the Endless Honeymoon Podcast.
We got a lot of talking to do, listeners, because I've been online cyberbullied as a result of the last episode of this podcast.
You were pretty humiliated by our toothbrush poll.
I wasn't humiliated.
You definitely were. I've never seen such an overwhelming response. There were 2 people who agreed with you out of all of the comments that I scrolled through, and they both seem like people who didn't brush their teeth.
You know what? First of all,
if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about...
You need to brush your attitude.
Moshe thinks it's okay to share a toothbrush with me the majority of nights of the week.
Listen, I would say that there were comments on both sides.
No, honey.
Yes, there were. Now,
I wish that most things in my life were that positive towards me.
Yes, will you admit that there were comments on both sides?
I saw 2 in 600 comments as I scrolled.
Yes, the ratio.
Like, Natasha, yes. And then we did an actual poll, and I think it was 94%.
Okay. Listen, the ratio is not what I wish it was. You definitely, I will say, had the majority of the comments by a factor of probably 90%.
Imagine if a president won by 92%.
Imagine a president won by 92% and they took the election from him anyway, because that's what happened in our last election. But that I don't even want to get into that. Listen, here's what I want to get into. You know what? Ratio accepted, listeners. Okay, I get it. All right.
Two dirty people were like, it's okay.
Lesson learned. I feel chastised. I ordered a bunch of spare toothbrushes. But let me just say, the vitriol with which some people, I mean, multiple insults, lot of suggestions that you should divorce me. You want to break up a happy home because of something that you heard on a podcast? You want my child to grow up without 2 parents in the same house because of a reel? Because of an Instagram reel? Also, a lot of people sincerely diagnosing me with ADHD.
You have that.
You don't just go on somebody's...
They're right.
You don't just go on somebody's...
Maybe when it's that obvious, you do.
You don't just go on somebody's Instagram and diagnose them with a disorder just from the comfort of your gaming chair. By the way, a lot of people really attacking me. Got called a moron. Hold on, I got some. I bet you did too. I know you did too, because this was a big day for you. You finally won a fucking argument, Natasha. A lot of people saying like, this is a power dynamic and boundary violation. She asked, do you think, fair listener, that if Natasha was truly traumatized by this, we would have used it as fodder for our podcast and not gone to our marriage and family therapist instead?
No, but here's the thing, Moshe.
Yes, my dear.
Some of the things that disgusted me about you sharing my toothbrush, I didn't even realize. Like, someone was like, oh yeah, and when you go to brush your teeth, it's soaking wet.
It's soaking wet because...
And I was like, yeah, that's disgusting.
It's soaking wet because it's been cleaned.
By your plaque?
No. Okay, a lot of bad points were made, by the way. People go, okay, yeah, you swap spit, but you don't swap plaque. I'm sorry. Do you not clean your toothbrush between use? Do you just...
really, Moshe? You're so with it that you're disinfecting the toothbrush after you use it? I know you're not.
Disinfecting the tooth? Do you disinfect the toothbrush?
No, but I mean, you probably
think?
don't even rinse it out afterwards.
Are you kidding? Of course I do. Of course I do.
No, you don't.
Rinse my toothbrush after I use it?
I've personally brought you a toothbrush with toothpaste into the bedroom. You don't even sometimes rinse your mouth when you brush your teeth.
Okay, first of all, you're on the side of the people that are trying to online cyberbully and humiliate me, and now this is a power dynamic, and I feel abused. But second of all, that's a specific topic. When you bring me a toothbrush into bed, it's when I'm like, you're being very sweet. And have I ever brought you a toothbrush into bed?
Twice.
Honey, have I ever brought you a toothbrush into bed? Twice?
Mm-hmm. How many times do you think I brought you one?
Many times. Have you done it?
400.
Wait, I don't understand the adversarial position you're taking here. It's something we do when our partner is feeling a little tired that night, and we'll bring in a toothbrush all the way into the bed with them. Now, when I brought you a toothbrush, did you then get up afterwards, go into the toilet?
Of course not.
No, you didn't. So it's not really fair to say I don't rinse my toothbrushes after I use them. I do that every single time, except for the special occasion when I'm feeling a little tired and my lovely wife brings it to me all the way in bed.
But let's not lose sight of. You're such a good arguer, but let's not lose sight of.
I'm not arguing.
Hold on.
We're supposed to be the married ones. It's us against them.
The point you're trying to make is that it's nice to come to a wet toothbrush when you're trying to brush your teeth. No. Nobody wants that.
The point I'm trying...
Even if you've sanitized it, we want a dry toothbrush.
Who's
nice
this
and dry.
we? What are you, in some society now?
92% of America and probably other countries.
Okay, if I found out I think this one was pretty good. Oh, you know another thing people said? They kept bullying me about when I said losing... Two things. They kept bullying me about when I said losing my toothbrush. Okay, you know what? I'm a busy motherfucker. I'm on the phone all day long. ABC, NBC, CBS, PBS, Peacock. All day I'm making deals. I got a Bluetooth headset in, and I walk around. I brush my teeth. I might set my brush. I don't even know if they're a sponsor anymore, but they were a quality product, and I still use it. I might set my brush down in the foyer, in the kitchen. I might set it down somewhere, walk away. Then that night, it's time for bed. I need to brush, and I'm like, where did the brush go? I don't know where it is. Okay, that's how it happens, you guys. Now, another thing people got on me for was Natasha says, I said in a pinch, and she said 5 to 6 times a week. Now, do you think it's possible that Natasha was saying 5 to 6 times a week for comedic effect?
Okay, Moshe, I'm sure it wasn't 5 nights a week.
It's not 5 nights a week.
What if it's 3 nights a week?
What if it's one time every week, once a week?
Probably too much.
I will admit that I will not do it. I will admit that you asked me not to do it. And okay, listen, point taken, audience. She asked me not to do it. I won't. I did it. I sometimes would do it anyway. That's fair. I shouldn't do that.
But I don't think you're going to do that anymore.
What?
Do it anyway.
No,
You've been shamed.
I've been chastised and shamed.
You've been cyberbullied.
I've been cyberbullied by a bunch of people weighing in on a fun argument on a reel, thinking that they've diagnosed an actual abuse of power in our relationship.
Wait, hold on. I want to read, but there was
I got something to read to you.
Okay, you read yours first.
Moshe, you seem like a cool guy. That's from my mom.
Okay, here's from my friend.
Let me see who it is, real quick.
Okay.
Show me who it is. Okay, this person right here, by the way, straight up, and very possibly a flat earther.
Okay, hold on.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, she says to me, actually, I just saw, because her husband does this too. She said, actually, I just saw a dentist and had an issue with a tooth, and he told me that blank, her husband's, cavity or gum bacteria can cause issues in my teeth. Listen, if you share a toothbrush.
So, but her husband does it too?
Yes.
Okay. I got this one. I like this one.
I also used to date her husband.
Wait, now everyone knows who it is. I mean, what's wrong with you?
I'm just saying maybe I'm cursed.
Maybe you got to type. No, maybe you're not cursed. Maybe you got to type. Boundary violating motherfuckers.
But I never thought of that. But if a dentist is saying, I would love to get confirmation. You know, next time I'm at the dentist, I'm going to ask him.
But it is so funny to me, though, that listen, I know that you love Natasha, and I love her too. I get how lovable she is. But these fucking armchair psychologist.
She asked her dentist.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about these like rando armchair psychologists / activists that think that they see a comedy video from a podcast and are like, "Girl, you in danger. You need to move along. Moshe needs to get a restraining order put on." It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Don't you realize we make podcasts so that you can have fun, not so you can weigh in on our toxicity level? But this one made me laugh. If I found out my husband were using my toothbrush, it would be grounds for divorce. Honestly, I think I'd prefer he cheat on me.
I'm with her.
Okay, what else I got? I got some more. What else? Don't you have more?
No, I want to take some calls. I don't need to say anything. You just need to go to our Instagram pages, and every single person agrees with me.
Not true. I got some of the ones that agree with me, and some of them are women. This is a woman. She says, "I'm with Moshe Kasher on this one. You're already swapping spit, girl." So there you go. That's a woman.
Well, why don't they talk to the dentist who says that you could actually get an infection from your husband's plaque?
Comedian Pete Lee says, you are right, Moshe. Thank you, Pete. He's a very funny guy. Check him out.
Does he have a girlfriend?
He does, in fact. They're very much in love. Maybe that's the problem. Is we've been together too long. It's not charming. This is from a woman named Jerica. I've used my husband's toothbrush before. He basically freaked when he heard this, but I'm on Team Moshe on this one. We share saliva and body fluid, so what's the big deal? That's a woman. I just want to point out that
Wow,
women...
you must have had to do a deep dive to find these.
Nah, I didn't. I just did a flipperoo. Okay, what else we got here? Hold up. Me and my hubby share a toothbrush most of the time, and neither of us give a fuck, says Nieder Fincher. I use my dude's toothbrush. It's whatever. I've gotten a lot of these. Okay. Don't use Natasha's toothbrush. Okay, this one's on your team. Okay? Don't use Natasha's toothbrush. I remember her saying she hadn't had her teeth cleaned since before the pandemic. She's the gross one. Hell yeah.
That's not even true.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I had my teeth cleaned on the pandemic. And honestly, here's what's really the issue, Moshe.
Yes, my love.
I have perfect teeth.
You do. Your teeth are beautiful, and mine are not.
And I don't want your teeth like coming on into my
You're not
teeth.
gonna. What? My teeth are crooked. They're not dirty. Fuck you.
Well, they're maybe too crooked to clean properly.
Here's some you might like. You don't deserve her. Says Klingo 37. Sorry, but true. What the fuck? This is my wife. I created a life with this woman. I have a family with her. Sylvie_Jason. Leave him. Leave this man. What is happening? Gross. I like this one though. Gross. Does he use your toilet paper after you wipe? That's pretty funny. I think that's a funny zone.
Do you?
Yeah, honey, I do. I go into the pipes. I take it out, the globs of toilet paper. I put them out on the porch to dry, and then I use them again. It's actually kind of nice. All right, let's see if I got any more fun ones before we move along. Oh, this is nice. This is what you inspired. Nope, this is some Jewish people stuff. Anti-Semitism is what you inspired.
Okay, Moshe, let's take some secrets. Okay, maybe there's something.
Hold on. You married a monster? You know, I got a lot of abuse this week. You want me to move along? I'm in a very vulnerable emotional state. All right. Anyway, listen. Weaponized incompetence, says someone. Yeah, that's gross, Moshe. Quit doing that weaponized incompetence thing and just keep track of your shit.
I like that.
You would like that because it's bullying to me. I am but a man. I am but a straight white man, and I cannot figure out how to do two things at once. Why won't somebody think about the straight white men of the world, huh? Cancel culture.
They really are bad at multitasking.
You know what? This is an example of cancel culture, and I refuse to be silenced or apologize, but I am sorry, Natasha.
It's all right. I feel like you've been properly shamed.
I have been shamed, and I'm going to change my behavior. I ordered some toothbrushes. I'm moving into a new phase of life.
This is what they should have done to all the billionaires starting in the 70s.
Just shamed them on Instagram?
Completely shamed them. And then people would be like, oh, this is like not cool to like take all the money from the workers.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like shame is a very...
powerful emotion?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it too.
Powerful tool.
Yeah. And it's a tool that I have had shoved up my rectum for the last 48 hours.
Well, the good news is you can tell if someone's used your toothbrush because it's wet when you get to it.
All I got to do, use it very early in the day.
All right, well.
I won't do it though. Don't
thank
worry.
you.
Don't worry, honey. I've moved on.
Okay. All right, let's take a secret.
Let's listen to a secret. Yeah.
Let's take a secret.
Let's take a secret. Oh,
Thank you.
actually, that reminds me. I kind of got to take a secret. Onto your toothbrush.
Hey, Moshe and Natasha. I was just listening to your latest episode, and I wanted to call in because I also had a hymen thing. It's called a septate hymen. It's basically two holes leading to the same vagina. I had to have surgery when I was like 24 because my whole life I was so ashamed of it, I didn't tell anyone. Pretty fucked up. But I just wanted to say it because, yeah, I never really told anyone, and it's great to hear that other people experience it. Anyway, it's pretty weird. Have a great day.
She had like a different approach.
Who
to
did?
hers. Well, like she's just like, yeah, I had two holes.
But that's because she.
That sounds kind of like a brag almost.
No, it wasn't. because actually she said she never told anybody before, and it wasn't until she heard that
you're
lady
right.
last week say it that she had the courage to tell us, and that's why we have the Secrets Hotline.
No, that is really cool. But she just seems like she's okay with it.
But here's the thing.
You should be.
The reason we started the Secrets Hotline is so that we could hear each other's shameful secrets and laugh at them together, because what we know on the Endless Honeymoon podcast is anything you laugh at, you'll never be ashamed of again. And that this is a judgment-free zone. And so if somebody were to bring something to this podcast that maybe is a little bit outside of the norm, like having 2 hymens or cooking a parrot or once in a while using your spouse's toothbrush, it would be a judgment-free zone where all of our community of listeners would love and respect and admire that person for having admitted it. Anyway, that's all I want to say. We can move on.
You are so hard to argue with.
No, I'm not. I'm not hard to argue with at all. Try it. Should we hear another secret?
Wait, but let me just say, I think that, I think it's interesting. Like, I'm trying to imagine if I had something like that, like I can understand.
Like what?
2 hymens.
2 hymens.
Being embarrassed by it. And then it's kind of cool. And it's like, it just makes
you. It's not cool.
Huh?
Why is it cool? It's painful.
But it's cool to like have some resistance, have some reason why you didn't have sex, and have some story and have some feeling, and then like adjust and have the surgery. And it's like she's been through so much by the time she's had sex.
You're saying not that it's cool, but that there's nothing to be ashamed of about it. It's a
right. I'm saying I guess I always sort of think adversity is a
makes you have more character.
A positive.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I do feel that.
And I feel like all my adversity has sort of like helped me become who I am. And so I'm always like a fan of adversity, except when it comes to my child, who I want to have a perfect idyllic life.
Except that they don't get cool. People don't get cool if they have perfect idyllic lives.
Exactly.
And nobody has a perfect idyllic life, so you have nothing to worry about. But
I'm sorry for the embarrassment that you've had to deal with.
This is what I was saying. Like, it's not that big of a deal, except if it's your body. Any abnormality in your own body becomes magnified times 10 million. Mm-hmm. And so you think you're the biggest weirdo in the world when in fact it's like a minor little thing. Mm-hmm. But anyway, it's all good. I mean, I have physical abnormalities. I have I don't want to talk about it. But it's like my penis is like very thick, thick in a way that's really satisfying to women. And like that's not always been easy.
Well, anyway, I think
shaped like a toothbrush, actually.
Okay, let's take another secret.
Hey, Natasha and Moshe. I love you guys. I love your podcast. I have a secret to share. I, on a daily basis, am responsible for anywhere between 1.6 and $1.9 billion. And I smoke weed every day. That's all.
Cool.
Bye.
I mean, money is so dumb.
Do you want none of it?
No, I mean, I just think that like, that's great. She should be smoking weed. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't get your point.
My point is like, I mean, if she was like dealing with children all day, I'd say maybe that's a little more important. Like you shouldn't be impaired.
I like that.
When you're dealing with kids. But like, if you're dealing with money all day, who gives a shit?
Who
Money
cares?
Is dumb.
If you lose a couple $1 million.
Yeah, these people don't know.
As opposed to if you lose a kid, that it would be genuinely bad.
Way more important.
I don't
respect. I like having money, of course. It makes life easier, but I don't respect. I guess I don't respect it.
I like this. I like your very, very slow DSA turn on this podcast. It's been years, but here you are. You're emerging, ready to join the squad. You should run for Congress.
Moshe.
I would straight up vote for you for Congress.
Should I do that or a Netflix special?
Can you do both? Is it possible to do both?
Maybe they could be connected.
AOC had a documentary on Netflix. So maybe you get one of those.
Honestly, I don't want to run for any kind of office. That sounds like a fucking nightmare.
Honestly, you should never, you will never, you can never, because you have a literal catalog of problematic things that you've said over the years. That is what it means to be a stand-up comedian. Stand-up comedians should not run for office. It's like we have recorded all of our worst thoughts forever. Anytime somebody's just be like, nope. Anyway, how about
one more?
One more? All right, one more.
Hi, guys. I have a secret. Okay, it just happened this weekend.
So we went out. My husband and I went out. We've been together for 16 years, so it's a very good marriage. Went out with some very close friends. Got drunk.
Ooh, I
Ubered
like where
home.
this is going.
I was hoping just to go to sleep.
You do?
My husband wanted to have sex. So we were having sex, and I knew he was not really. I think he was blacked out, but he wouldn't stop. And it was like 45 minutes in, and I was like, maybe we should just stop because it's boring. And we usually don't have sex when we're drunk. We're usually very sober, good sex life. And I was like, maybe we should stop. And he wanted to keep going. So I got on top of him, and I pooped. I pooped on him. It was just like little dehydrated poop balls.
Wow.
I knew it wasn't going to be that big, but I did it on purpose. I absolutely did it on purpose because I knew that he wouldn't stop, and I wanted to go to bed. It was like 3:30 in the morning. I don't even like being up past 9 p.m. So I pooped on him. So if you ever want to get your drunk husband off of you, poop on him. Bye, guys.
How bad?
I'm not with this.
How bad is the communication in your relationship where rather than just say, I no longer want to have sex tonight, I'm tired, I'm going to bed.
You just shit on
You
them.
shit on them. You drop
And
little,
she was like trying to make it sound cute.
little dehydrated pebbles.
Poop balls.
Poop ball.
Wait, here's a question though. She kind of lost me at 45 minutes in.
Hey, hold on a second. This is a really nice bookend for us. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You think you have a disgusting husband. But you know what?
You don't.
There are couples out there that are shitting on each other's genitals.
Well,
It
you
could
did
be
tell me
worse.
last week that you shit on your hand when you were
When I
young.
was a little boy, when I was like 6.
No, you said it was like 10.
No, who cares if it was 10? What's the difference between 10 and 6?
4 years.
Oh, you're right about that. I haven't thought about it in that way, and you're right.
No, you're right, honey. We don't shit on each other. That's pretty cool.
Hey,
Hey, we're making it.
we're doing really good. Natasha, you're not going to leave me based on these comments about the toothbrush, are you?
No.
You like
they
me,
really
right?
got to you, right?
No, they didn't get to me. No one can get to me. I'm a man. I've never had a feeling in my life. Do you know that? I've never felt ashamed, sad, scared, anything. Isn't that crazy? I've never cried. You know, I've never cried, including when loved ones have died. I don't cry. I don't feel anything. I feel nothing. I just keep walking. Hey, but you know what I do feel? One
What?
big thing that I definitely feel?
What?
I love you.
I love you too.